What's going on, GBA type people? It's gonna take me a little bit to get used to that. What's going on, beautiful people? I am the Grandmaster and also go by D.Rey. Week 1 of the GBA's here and I'm super excited and also very tired. If you're excited for today's matchup, do me the massive favor and shadow claw that thumbs up button, and if you're new, por favor, hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, hit the bell button so you get notified every single time we post a new video. The small amount of time it takes for you to hit that like and sub button really truly does help me out a lot, so please just check if you're subscribed. I would appreciate it. We're playing this game at almost 1 in the morning. There's been some turmoil trying to get this matchup set up. Today we take on the Calgary Flamethrowers, coached by GlitchhxCity, as well as CB Marcus is their assistant coach. Today, we take on CB Marcus. Wildcard time. I love CB Marcus. He's my brother. He's a fantastic, not only content creator, just an awesome blessing to the Pokemon community in general, but also he's just near and dear to my heart. I really would appreciate if you do me a massive favor. In the description below will be a link to his YouTube channel. Watch his side of the battle. Make sure you subscribe to him, and let's get it popping, team. We're gonna talk about the team, what we brought, why we brought it, give you a little bit of an in-depth look of what exactly we were thinking for the matchup, but then hop right on into it. And hopefully we can pull out a dub, start off the GBA nice and strong. It's gonna be an awesome ride. I'm very excited, very blessed to be part of the GBA, and I feel like it's just gonna be a wild ride. So buckle up, team, pull up a chair, get your popcorn ready, and hit the lights.
Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared?
Gente hermosa, welcome to the team building portion of the video. This is going to be where we discuss what our thought process was in team building for this matchup, how we're going to be able to facilitate our offense, how we can handle his offense, and ultimately what's going to get us the upper hand in the end game to ultimately help us win the matchup. Let's discuss the Calgary Flamethrowers, which is on the right hand side of the screen. The Calgary Flamethrowers has, I have to mention, probably one of, if not the best draft league logos I have ever seen. This thing is so fucking cool. Look at Charizard. He's off to the side, formed like a C. This thing is so fucking cool. I just had to put that out there. But the Calgary Flamethrowers today is going to be piloted by the assistant coach CB Marcus, because GlitchhxCity's schedule and our schedule was unfortunately unable to line up. I'm sure you guys have already seen in the GBA, unfortunately Kelly under the radar did have to step away from the GBA, and it happened a little bit later, which is kind of unfortunate for team building and scheduling. So it's tough to keep the same build for the same player, and having to do a week later than we had intended was kind of unfortunate. So ultimately, shout out to GlitchhxCity for pulling the audible and calling up his assistant coach to basically help us get this game done. And CB Marcus is an absolutely incredible battler. CB Marcus is a highly sought out veteran. This man is this man is a threat. So we have our fucking work cut out for us. He's gonna be piloting the matchup today. Their team consists of Baxcalibur, Ursaluna, Grimmsnarl, Slowking, Quaquaval, Cyclizar, Hisuian Electrode, Colossal, Orthworm, Salazzle, and the legendary Ice Cube. Shout out to Emil. So a couple different things that we were thinking about within this matchup to help basically facilitate what we wanted to bring for the game and what kind of forced our hand, etc. The Baxcalibur, fucking crazy threat, but luckily enough this is not the Terra Captain, which would have been otherwise kind of obnoxious. Instead they decided to go for a little bit more of a widespread approach. There's 2 Terra Captains in this team. He's got Quaquaval, which can Terra into an electric type or into a water type. He's got Hisuian Electrode, who can terrestrialize into a ice type or a grass type. So these are the 2 Terra Captains for this matchup. He does have an infinite amount of fucking rapid spinners. He's got rapid spinning quaquaval, rapid spinning cyclizar, and rapid spinning colossal. And unfortunately, that sucks for us because in mocks, Kirby was like, oh my god, we get cooked by this Pokemon. Hisuian Electro was incredibly annoying to deal with, being basically modest max speed and modest max special attack with enough speed to outspeed the entirety of our team. And paired with the Life Orb, it does massive damage and can simply just Volt Switch out on matchups that it doesn't find very appealing. And if it was Terra Ice, it would just blow back our ground type, which is part grass type, so that's quite unfortunate. So this thing was incredibly annoying, and I mentioned the rapid spinners because one of the best ways that I was able to wear this thing down in mocks is with spikes. So as you can see, spikes has been brought. So bringing out with spikes and Life Orb chip was the best way, but these dudes having a rapid spin stuff is quite annoying because it forces in our annihilape in situations that we may not want him to come in just to block rapid spin. So it's going to be kind of a tough matchup just with the Hisuian Electrode alone. Bax Caliber for sure is going to have to come because this one is an absolute threat. Leaving it on the bench I think would be a throw. Ursaluna is very interesting. We have a whole ass Rotom wash. So two different things you could be thinking here. I don't think that would be a Guts Facade set, but we do have to prepare for it because it's a Guts Facade, fucking Guts boosted Ursaluna, so we do have to prep for that. But because we have both Rotom and we have Palafin, I wouldn't be surprised if he left it behind. But he does have an Ursaluna, which is an incredible Pokemon with the abilities Bulletproof plus Guts, so could be kind of tough. He's got a Grimmsnarl, like a set of screens, but I don't think that it comes, but we did prep for it a couple times just to make sure that we have something for it. The Slowking for sure comes. The Slowking is the only thing keeping Palafin from basically just running away with this matchup. So Slowking is kind of a necessity here. I do think he brings the Cyclizar. Kirby kind of put in the finest to work with Cyclizar because of the normal typing, which is very annoying for coming on a Rage Fist. It does have the 50-50, but Kirby was able to play around that really, really well. So it is Kirby, man. Kirby's a fucking demon. And this was his rapid spinner. It also knockoff was really annoying. Me losing items was quite unfortunate, and then you turning around and just getting the regenerator. The regen core of Cyclizar plus Slowking is actually kind of fucking annoying to deal with. The Hisuian Electrode, a must bring in our personal opinion. And then this Pokemon, Salazzle, we're like, dang, in the matchup when we were building, it kind of changed, like flipped on its head because I was like, Kirby, isn't Salazzle like super fucking annoying for our game because it outspeeds the entirety of the team? He's like, oh my god, it is. So then he brought out Salazzle instead of the Orthworm, which he had on originally. And this menace was annoying because he brought a Sludge Bomb, Toxic, Protect, Substitute set, which was so fucking gross because it outspeeds the entirety of the team. The ability Corrosion allows the ability to poison everything no matter the ability or the typing. So I was able to poison Klefki, he was able to poison Muck, and man, that's 100% accurate. He can just protect, get more chip, get left Black Sludge and substitute. Oh my god, this thing was so fucking annoying. Ultimately I ended up having to use Annihilape a lot. So a lot of the prep in mocks that Kirby brought was me forcing to use Annihilape a little bit earlier than I would have liked. So that's quite unfortunate. So we had to end up facilitate the end game with our boy Palafin here. So what do we think he's gonna bring? I think he brings the Bax Caliber. I think he brings the Slowking, Cyclizar, Hisuian Electrode, Salazzle, and may or may not bring Ursaluna and possibly Quaquaval in its place. So I do think Ursaluna is the one that does come though. So the first Pokemon we're going to talk about EV spread wise is Rotom Wash, which is on your screen now. It's got the Bold Nature, Levitate ability with a Rocky Helmet. We have 204 in HP, 252 in defense, and the rest in speed. This speed is to make sure we cover a max speed Adamant Grimmsnarl, and basically we want the rest in full defense to be able to handle this Pokemon. Rotom has one job, and one job primarily is to handle the Ursaluna. Being immune to its ground type stabs and being able to force chip with Rocky Helmet plus Facade burn boosts is going to be really, really clutch. So this Pokemon primarily is just here for the Ursaluna, although it does help with other things that want to come physically offensive, like the Bax Caliber, like the Grimmsnarl, which will be really nice, and like the Quaquaval. Quaquaval's Terra type Ice will be neutral against Rotom and also resist his Water type stab, which is really nice. and is also able to come in on Orthworm pretty freely. And if it's offensive, physically offensive, the Ice Cube kind of gets walled by this Pokemon as well. So assuming he doesn't have Freeze Dry, but I don't think the Ice Cube does come. But Rotom is going to be a big solid defensive piece for this matchup. Next up we have is Gothitelle. So Gothitelle is going to be basically the facilitator to ensure that we basically drop this Slowking. If Slowking goes away, Palafin goes absolutely buck stupid nasty. So the set that we have this week is going to be Energy Ball, Psychic, Charm, and Taunt. And I didn't talk about Rotom's set, his Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Foul Play, and Thunder Wave. So this Pokemon here, the Taunt is to ensure that because we outspeed with 140 EVs in speed, outspeed the Slowking always, and ensure that we're able to get off a Taunt so he cannot Chilly Reception and has to stay with us due to Shadow Tag. For those who don't know, Shadow Tagging basically blocks or keeps any Pokemon from switching as long as Gothitelle is on the field, unless you are a Ghost type or you're holding the item Shed Shell. So that's going to be clutch. So this is going to force Shed Shell on this Pokemon. And it being Shed Shell means it's not leftovers, means that it's not things like Colbur Berry or things like Rindo Berry. And it's not things like Assault Vest, which would be really, really nice for it not to have. So forcing this thing to be Shed Shell or trapping it in and getting rid of it with clicking Energy Ball would be absolutely fantastic. Psychic is there for stab, and then Charm is there in case we get stuck in somehow, one way or another, with Baxcalibur or with Ursaluna. This was Kirby's idea. Charm is fantastic to be able to just spam Charm, which basically drops attack by 2 stages, and just spam it to make sure that these two end up weaker, and then we can switch out into another one of our threats and then switch the momentum in our favor. And we have Palafin. Palafin is going to be our ultimate endgame / breaker Pokemon. This mon is so fucking disgusting. I love Palafin. This thing's so fucking good. We've got the Jolly Nature. We've got the Zero to Hero ability to make us from this little guy to this gargantuan motherfucker. Look at these base stats. Look at that. That's nuts. The EV spread, we have 92 EVs in HP, which was just left over. We have 252 in attack, 8 in defense, 156 in speed. The Jolly Nature ensures us to be able to outspeed the Rotom always at basically a neutral, which is really, really not the Rotom. I'm so sorry. This thing is to outspeed the Quaquaval, is what I'm trying to say. The Quaquaval is able to get outspeed, which is really, really nice. And basically, I can just Jet Punch the rest of his team. We have Flip Turn, Wave Crash, Jet Punch, and Close Combat. Close Combat primarily is there for the Baxcalibur, which will ultimately resist our Water type moves, and it's able to hit the Cyclizar for super effective damage and the Ice Cube for super effective damage, because it can be kind of bulky if we're not respecting it enough. And again, Wave Crash is going to be just entirely too much for him to handle, and being able to get things in range of priority Jet Punch in the end game is going to be super sweet. Next up we have was the man, Annihilape. Annihilape is going to be the one that's going to basically break the game and be a big part of this matchup. We have 236 EVs in HP, 164 EVs in def, 108 in speed. We have the Careful Nature, the Defiant ability, running the Chesto Berry. We've got Rage Fist, Drain Punch, Bulk Up, and Rest. Very self-explanatory, come in an opportunity, set up Bulk Ups. If we get too worn down, we can simply click Rest and ensure that this Chesto Berry pops. That Cyclizar was annoying because I was able to come in and use this as a spin blocker, but if this thing can get off a knockoff and removes our Chesto Berry, it kind of fucks over the entire concept of Annihilape. But this is a setup set to facilitate Rage Fist boost. Rage Fist is a 50 base power move that starts off there, and every time it gets hit with an attack, it goes up by 50 and capping out at base 350 attack, which is crazy. But Cyclizar having knockoff was actually quite annoying at prep, so kind of is what it is, and we'll see what we could do there. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but we're gonna knock on wood. We have basically this Pokemon is just here to sweep, if not break the team, and if positioned correctly, I think Annihilape can win the game. Toadscruel. Toadscruel is going to be one of those mons that's going to be here to kind of make sure the rest of the matchup lines up the domino effect. So this is going to be our dedicated lead. The moves we're running is Energy Ball, Sludge Bomb, Rapid Spin, and Spikes. Spikes is very important in this matchup because of the Hisuian electrode that we talked about before. Rapid Spin to ensure that we can remove hazards on our side of the field. We're running the Timid Nature, the Yachi Berry, primarily to be able to take a Terra Blast from the Hisuian electrode again. We have 140 EVs in speed, we have 172 EVs in HP, and 196 EVs in special attack. We're going to lead this thing, hopefully get up a spike if we can. If the Hisuian electrode shows up and wants to lead, we are going to hit that sludge bomb faster than you've ever seen someone click before. We need to get damage off on it. It's going to be neutral. And hopefully we can snag a poison to help us chip that thing down, and then he'll ultimately end up killing us. If it isn't Hisuian electrode, we're just going to click a spike, because spike does go a really long way in this matchup. Energy ball is there primarily to be able to get super effective damage on that the Slow King, which would be really good. It's also able to get super effective damage on the Ursaluna, which we could bring, and the quaquaval in case he wants to bring that. We have enough speed for the quaquaval, which is actually really nice, but this is here to ultimately be our dedicated lead. Next up we have is Klefki. Klefki is coming with the Bold Nature. We've got Prankster and Toxic Orb. This is spicy, man. I love this a lot. 252 EVs in HP, 252 in defense, and the rest in special attack. We're running max defense to ensure that we're able to handle things like the Ursaluna and the Baxcalibur. This is basically going to be doing two things. This is the auto don't lose the Baxcalibur button, the auto don't lose to Quaquaval button, and also the hinder the Slow King. Toxic Orb is nice to be able to prankster onto the Baxcalibur to remove his lum or his heavy duty boots and give a thing a toxic. And I also have the moveset of Dazzling Gleam, Foul Play, Magnet Rise, and Switcheroo. Magnet Rise makes us immune to earthquakes from the Baxcalibur, also immune to earthquakes from the Ursaluna, and then the stabs from Baxcalibur, I'm immune to dragon and I resist the ice. And then this thing, we are resistant to the facade, which is fantastic. We're max defense. If we can get the switcheroo off on the Slow King, we could remove its possible shed shell and poison that thing, which would be fantastic. And also being able to get poisons on other things would be really good. I can always trick it and then trick it back and do it to multiple things. With the Magnet Rise having basically the best offense for him to hit us with is going to be Earthquake, so being able to be immune to Earthquake is going to be great unless he brings Colossal, which doesn't seem like it brings this matchup. Foul Play is there to be able to counter any kind of Dragon Dance shenanigans, bulk up, or Swords Dance shenanigans on the Ursaluna. And then Dazzling Limbs for our stab to get super effective damage on the Baxcalibur, and it does fantastic damage on the rest of his team. This thing is going to be kind of spicy. I really hope that this thing pops off. But this is what we're going to be bringing for the matchup, and hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think about the team down in the comment section below. With that being said, let's hop on into the game. Gente hermosa, ya llegamos. We're in the matchup. Here's the team. I'm gonna try my best to shake off this sleepiness. I'm okay though. Everything is fine. Everything's fine. I took a power nap. I went to the gym. Full transparency. I played another league, which is mine, the BBR, right now. Earlier this morning and earlier tonight, and then went to the gym, came back, took a power nap, and now we're here. So I'm trying to just wake myself up. So let's get things on and popping. The team, as we discussed, is up on screen now. What do we got? So he brings Quaquaval. Interessante. Okay, so that we didn't prep for. That's totally fine though. And there's the music. Sorry about that, team. Okay, so Quaquaval's here. The Salazzle's here, which we proved to be very much so annoying. Instead of the Cyclizar. Oh, okay. The Cyclizar was fucking massively annoying. He doesn't have removal outside of Rapid Spin from Quaquaval, which, depending on if he's offensive or not, he may not even be able to fit it. Jafeel. And things we love to do is fit things in, right? Right? There's Quaquaval instead of the lizard. This doesn't change my lead. He probably wants to lead with Bear, I would assume. I could just go Musgrove, which is what I've been doing the entire time. Now that the Quaquaval's here, he could just lead Salazzle for sure skis. He also just could lead the Electrode. I think that CB Marcus had Electrode, Hisuian Electrode in another league. I want to say WPF. And he's been doing pretty well with it, so I know he's very accustomed to it. Can't take him lightly. We said in the DMs, good luck, have fun. To mi hermano, CB Marcus. I love you. He's got a fucking Psyduck. I love it. I love it. Let's get things popping, brother. My ex. Toxic. I get it. I get it. Do I get O-code from this Pokemon if he's fire move? Let's see. This is a wrench in the plan. For sure skis. If he's offensive, Toedscruel. Level 50. I have to start doing the level 50 thing. I don't die. He probably switches, right? Unless you're choice scarfed. So I think my plan is to actually rapid spin for the boost, break the sash, then get up spikes. I think that's my play. Rapid spin does 13%, so he could actually just go for, what I should do is I should set up a spike. Spike is very important in this matchup, so I'm gonna set up a spike. Goes for flamethrower. So my inkling for setting up the things would have been much better. Is going for a rapid spin, breaking the sash. But for the most part, I won't be able to break it anyway, so at the end of the day, this is much better. This is much, much better. Do I switch here is the fucking idea. We determined that this Pokemon is very annoying. He actually, let's check the damage actually. So he does 39. Where's my calculator? I can't do math this late at night, guys. So 177 minus 39. He did 138 points of damage. Pretty offensive. Timid max special attack is what I'm gonna assume. I think that this being gone is unfortunate, but we will be okay. Because for the most part, what does it do for me, right? It does good things to, could bring in this, but then that's for bear. I think the best bet is just to get rid of this mon. I'm gonna rapid spin for a boost in case for whatever reason he decides to let me have this, but he doesn't. He's gonna take us out, which is fine. Lazzle. KO. Now, Tatis Jr., how much damage do you take, sir? For a flip turn. Flamethrowers, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Sludge bomb, we take a bunch. We don't necessarily need health on this Pokemon. I do want to get the big boy form off, so we're just gonna flip turn off here. Toxic spikes. Very different team than what I thought, which is actually kind of fine. Honestly, definitely fine. Toxic Spikes Flamethrower. I think we just Volt Switch. I think Volt Switching is a fine play. If he wants to bring in Bear, he can bring in Bear. Now we have Big Boy Palafin, which is the main idea. That was the whole idea, right? So now we got Big Boy Palafin in. Toxic Spikes are up. Which doesn't, it kind of sucks for Gothitelle. Oh shit. Now Bear in the Big Blue House is a big fucking problem. Endeavor? Okay. As long as we've got Palafin, we're fine. Yeah. Ursaluna just takes a metric fuck ton. Hello, sir. Here's the thing. With you, I just click foul play always. I could also Volt Switch. This Pokemon being here is a little bit of an issue. Volt Switching into... I think what I do is I go hard this. If he goes for Earthquake on a fucking aggro play, I think I'm in a tough spot. So this is actually a tough play to go for. Here. I don't think he Earthquakes. I really truly don't think he Earthquakes. If he does... Fine play. Bax Caliber. Level 50. Brick break. Didn't expect that. Probably down to 124. Alright, so a lot of stuff. And shout out to my assistant coach. My assistant manager. We'll be right back. Okie dokie. We're back. Also. Shit. Man, I mean, I try my best to not let disconnects, you know, tell me, but, you know, both me and Marcus were online, kind of is what it is, right? Now, at this point, what we're gonna do, the Spike is up. Spike is basically here to stay for the most part. What I am gonna do here, the Toxic Spike for sure is gonna be really, really annoying. Brick Break is very interesting to me. I'm gonna Magnet Rise here. Because that's what I plan to do on this thing, and nothing's going according to plan. This team is not what we expected. In fact, you know what I mean. We planned for a lot of stuff, and this is not one of them. And this is going to be much more fun and much more rewarding when we can pull out this dub. We knew that this thing was going to come in. I'm going to switcheroo and give this thing the toxic orb and hopefully remove the toxic, or to remove the shit shell and then give it the toxic orb, which is fantastic. Toxic orb, okay. Citrus berry, okay. Get a little bit of healing. That's kind of. That's kind of gas. There's no way you outspeed me, right? Huh? What is huh? Klefki? You outspeed this, right? Slowking. Huh? You're probably what? Cannot compute. I'm just gonna calculate his max speed just to say that. Calm, timid. Is there any way, or jolly, whatever? 174. Yeah, it speeds me if he's max speed. He's adamant. He does. That's fucking crazy. Kind of need this Pokemon. Okay. Okay. If he's got some speed investment, he outspeeds Klefki. Oh no, he does. This is level 100. I'm so stupid. What am I doing? I didn't take the calc off. I didn't need to do that. But it's still perfectly fine. What I'm going to do is... Oh man, I can't believe I did that. Alright, I'm gonna take a moment, team, to chill the fuck out because I should have just clicked foul play. Okay. Good as new. Let's get it. Alright. I got too much tilt going on and I need to chill the fuck out. Should have just done this from the beginning. It's because we're in the BBR, we play a level 100, and so I'm not used to changing the calc. I always outspeed this one. I should have done this, I would have had Rotom still. That was an absolute fluke of a play that I should not have made. And the calc, I left it at level 100 and I thought I got outsped. And I guess the being late at night and also the tilt of the disconnect just didn't mesh well very well there. So it's perfectly fine though. I think we're still in a pretty decent spot. Now that we've gotten rid of Salazzle and we've gotten rid of Slowking, we're looking to be in a pretty solid position. Now with this thing being here, this is kind of annoying. So what I'm going to do, what is the play? Gothitelle. I think he probably tries the rapid spin, right? So what I'm going to try to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and bring Machado in right away. So Annihilate to this thing, and this is the Terra Captain. Either this or the Electrode. Quaquaval. Level 50! Sheesh. We're rest, so let's see what we can do here. This is a Terra. What was this Terra? It was like electric and water, I believe. This could be a water or electric. Yeah, it's electric. Terra Blast. Terra Electric. That should be doing negative damage. So now we have 100 on our Rage Fist, which is great. Rage, and these leftovers. Rage Fist, 100. So what I have to do here... Let's think about this here. Terra Electric. Whack. It's gonna force me to rest, but that's okay. So let's do it. I'm gonna rest. Aqua Step. Aqua Step, Terra Blast, Swords Dance. I think the health on Annihilape is really important here. Goes for Aqua Step again. So we get 150 Rage Fist. He's at +2 speed. We're in a pretty solid spot now. I'm going to bulk up in this thing's face. At 150 Rage Fist, how much damage am I doing? We don't kill it yet. One bulk up should be cool. One bulk up seems great. Okay. That's the game we play, huh? We're gonna bulk up here. +1, +1. First, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and actually just Rage Fist. I think I just Rage Fist till I die. I don't want to speed that into existence now, but this is gonna be doing 36. This is fine. Do I bulk up alongside him? I think I do. So I'm just gonna bulk up again. How much damage? Gotta play this right now. You should know that the damage is pretty decent there. So as he starts to hit me and I bulk up, I'm just gonna increase my Rage Fist boost. So I think that I should have continued bulking up. As long as I allow myself to boost Rage Fist, I think we'll be in a better spot. Because when he hits us again, we'll be at 200 base power. And at that point, if he doesn't bulk up again, then it's a 2-hit KO. So he bulks up a third time. So this is +3. So I think that as long as we bulk up together, I think we're in a good spot. I think we win this exchange, right? I gotta think this through a little bit. Let's bulk up again. As long as we remain a ghost, he can't close combat us, which is great. So let's go ahead and take a count to see where we're at. This is very scary though, we have to play this right. +3. +4. I think we keep doing it. Very interesting team that Marcus brought. Bulk up, Aqua Step, Terra Blast, close combat. Worst comes to worst, if we don't win with this, at least we make sure we don't lose to quaquaval, right? So he should be at +6 now if he bulks up one more time. Trying my best to make sure that I not only like hold back this tilt. Now he's at +6. Hold back this tilt and ensure that we don't mess this up, right? So he's gonna hit us first, which means it boosts us up to 200. I believe we're at +5 now. Yeah, we're at +5. So now we start doing it, right? +5 because we missed that opportunity to get to +6. Yeah, Rage Fist is still gonna do metric fuck ton. So let's Rage Fist. There's the Aqua Step. That's great. 83 to 90, 83 to 98. No. Click it again. Fantastico! Fantastico! Do we live a hit from Electrode? I did not expect that to be the set. quaquaval's down. As long as we have Palafin at man form, we'll be alright. 55 HP. How much of a goat are you, Annihilate? Electro Hisui, modest. Life Orb. Level 50. Leaf Storm kills me. Thunderbolt kills me. If he's modest, he kills me. I'm gonna try to Drain Punch because that's just where we're at this point. Okay. That guarantee kills me, but he goes to half. Leftovers. All leftovers, everything, huh? So now we can do it again. Alright, Josh. He's not Life Orb. He's leftovers. Chloroblast. Chloroblast won't kill me. It's one of this. We have to deal with Baxcalibur. We still have Klefki. Deal with this and then Ursaluna, and we're solid. Palafin deals with Ursaluna. Klefki deals with Baxcal with the other fucking Pokemon. Now I, for free, click Psychic. Yeah. This doesn't kill me. Yes, I am gonna lose a little bit of chip damage from the poison to leftover ratio. If he switches, that's okay. If he goes into Baxcalibur, we spam Charm because that's what that was for. I did not anticipate this being the set, but if we're Palafin Hero, Jet Punch does 44 to 52%, so he's in range of Jet Punch. This doesn't kill me. This being gone is gargantuan. How do you beat Palafin now? Baxcalibur comes out. We spam Charm. Shout out to Kirby. Kirby did a fantastic job building this team. I did not expect any of this shit. But one, Kirby drafted this team to be stupid proof. And then B, this team is very easy to pilot. C, everything has a purpose, and he did a fantastic job explaining it to me. And he did awesome with everything I could think of with Mox until this. If Baxcalibur's gonna die, Charm until I die. Oh! Energy Ball does the mostest. Oh, he could be... I'm gonna Psychic because he could be the Bulletproof set. Work on Bulletproof. Because getting no damage would be bad. Pokemon affected with Bulletproof are not affected by ball and bomb moves. That means I could honestly just Charm. How much damage do I do? I think the Psychic is just the best bet. I'm a Psychic. I'm a Psychic for my damage. That was no damage. No! Bad Ursaluna! Bad Ursaluna! I'm gonna spam Charm. So at Charm, he'll be, if he bursts up again, he'll be back at neutral. He's gonna have to kill me. This damage, oh, leftovers. Why is everything leftovers? You give apples to everybody. You get an apple. You get an apple. Everyone gets an apple. We're gonna go ahead and hit Charm here. Protect. Okay. Left bulk up, protect. What is this set? You're really playing for that toxic spike, huh? What's my better bet? Taunt or bringing this in cheap? Palafin kills this in every universe, right? So I think my play is to let's just entertain the idea that he's max defense with the Nimpish nature, and he's at +1 defense. Palafin does this is Palafin baby, that's why. Actually does not kill him. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and Charm. So now he's at -2. What was that, +1? So now he's at -1. Okay. Wave Crash actually doesn't kill him if he's max defense. And now if he's bulking up, that's actually also a problem. So I think that what we do is we mitigate the damage in return. So I'm gonna charm. He's gonna protect, right? If he protects, I think we're fine. He bulks up, he goes back to neutral. Clef Key beats Bax Caliber. I just Wave Crash this thing. Now he's at -2. So the damage in return is gonna be non-existent. So I think that I can bring in Palafin now. Because I'm minus... We'll be right back. Gente hermosa, ya llegamos, we're back. Oh my lord, we just transitioned to Showdown because we simply, for whatever reason, just could not connect back onto Wi-Fi. Both of us were online. We don't know. It's just maybe because it's late at night, who fucking knows. We don't want to let this thing get too bulked up, so I'm actually just gonna taunt here. I'm gonna hit the wrong thing. I'm gonna taunt. Because I don't want to let this thing get any more health, honestly, so I'm just gonna let him kill me here. At this point, because I just can't let him get any bulkier. He's at +3 defense, and so I'm actually gonna, where do I put my calcs at? That's the thing. So now he's taunted, which is fantastic. My Showdown is tweaking. Oh my goodness. Okay, why is my Showdown doing that? It's like, you can't see it on this side, but on my monitor it's going nuts. Alright, where is my stuff? Alright, stop doing that, Showdown. Oh my lord. Okay. Now, Palathin, you're big boy. Thank heavens you're big boy right now. If you're max HP and max defense, Wave Crash is a 2-hit KO. Or it's a roll a 2-hit KO. It doesn't matter fuck ton. That's the fucking objective here, right? So let's bring in Tatis. We are banded. So our play is to Wave Crash. Yep. Wave Crash again, because Klefki can beat this as well. Alright. Here's what we do, we Wave Crash the thing again. And this thing should never lose to Klefki, so I'm gonna Wave Crash. He can Ice Shard if he wants to. All I know is that this thing has Brick Break and it's taken 2 rounds. Spikes. The game's not over, right? Game's not over. Oh, now the game's over. Now the game is over. He Swords Dances. Okay. That's fine. From here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to Magnet Rise to avoid not getting hit by the Earthquake. He's at +2. Perfect. This is what we planned for. And then now we foul play, win the game. GG's to CB Marcus. Oh my goodness. I love you, bro. When you watch this, I love you from the bottom of my heart. Now that I have the Citrus Berry, it's GG's. The Brick Break would have put a little bit of a damper on things, but we're pretty physically defensive. At the end of the day, we pull out a big 1-0 dub against an incredible player. Please do me a massive favor. Down in the description below, I will be linking both CB Marcus's channel and Galadite's channel. Galadite coming in so quickly like this is huge. So I appreciate you, brother. And the fact that you're able to let Marcus play and allow us to do this really, really does help me out a lot, especially with trying to schedule my week 2 opponent, which is going to be my near dear friend, Dell, coach of the Edmonton Coilers. I'm so excited. Hope you guys did enjoy this matchup. If you did, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, subscribe if you're new. I'm gonna go to bed. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and above all else, ay Dios mío, be nice. Peace.